Genesis Reid. I don't know if y'all have heard of this story, but it's the little girl. I think she's like 2. And the mother and father were not together. Um, it's a lot of drama going on with this story. But they have been looking for her since, jeez, February 17th, 16th, I think she went missing. Well, no, February 16th is when we found out she was missing, right? When her mother reported her. And the story goes that her father been trying to see her since December, since around Christmas. And the mom wouldn't let him see her. She wouldn't even do, what you call it? Phone, the video or nothing. So he began to get suspicious, but I don't think he turned her in, which that's a problem, right? You're a father, you're pretty much active in her life, but you haven't seen her December to February, and you don't report this. Every time you try to talk to her, there is an issue. So the mom is giving you excuses. Okay, that's abnormal. Why didn't he report it? Okay, something is up with that, right? Definitely. Definitely. And I believe I did a video about this before and showed where the dad was on there, and he was out there when they were excuse me, when they were searching for her. Dang, that thing just fell down again. I put it up. I'm gonna have to work on it some more. But they were searching for her, and the father was out there. I want answers. I want to see her now, and blah blah blah. He was putting like urgency on people who were searching. They're searching. What do they have to do? And why are you barking at them for urgency when you hadn't seen her since December? Okay? So I know they said the mother had she has an older son. And that older son was living with neighbors. He's about a teenager. He was out there. He was kind of laughing at the father going off. Now, some people say that they believe that he's laughing because he's laughing at the fact that he's going off on people. He's laughing at the people like, haha, he's going off on you. So it's not that he was taking the whole thing for a joke. I don't know, but that's just what people say. That's their perception, not that they necessarily know him. Why isn't the boy living with his mom? Why is he living with neighbors? It seems that he and his mom aren't getting off too well, and it was alleged that he said she don't keep food in the house. Don't know if this is true, but hey, we're looking for a 2-year-old, so something is off here, right? So the neighbors started looking for her, and we found out on the 17th that the mom reported she was missing. I believe a neighbor said they saw the mom. They said, hey, where's, Genesis? She's always with you. And the mom said, I don't know. And she kind of walked off. Weird, okay? Weird. So it just kind of seems like maybe the mom has some problems, okay? I'm not so quick to talk down on the mom because I have no idea what's going on. But they decided to charge the mom with the demise of the little girl. Now, they have not found her. That I have a problem with. You have not found her, but you want to charge the mom. And I've been looking through a lot of videos. One where the lawyer, the defense attorney, is like, hey, they have yet to give us their discovery, which is the reasons why they're charging. What are the findings that you can say? Because it's hard to charge somebody without a body. So you got to have some good stuff, right? So the attorney is saying that they have not yet turned over any type of discovery. That's kind of understandable. They got to get that together. But if they don't have it together to show, it's kind of interesting that they went ahead and charged her, because if you charge her, then you should be standing on what you got. You confident. Turn it on over so they can start their defense. Again, I'm not quick to down this mother because, first of all, we don't know. Okay, all we know is what they have reported to us, and what we do know is we've been fed lies since we've been here. So, and we do know that things are going on with children. We know children are being taken, this, that, and the third. So I'm not so quick to say mama did anything. Now, their father has been said to claim, I have not seen it, a video of himself saying it, but it's said that he's saying that he believes his child is alive. He believes that he saw, or someone saw, a sighting of the little girl in a truck with somebody, and the police are trying to disregard that. I'm still looking for more information on all this stuff, so I only gathered some things, and then there's some things on TikTok, and we'll probably get into that a little bit later. But they're trying to say they believe, their theory is the mom deleted her Christmas, put her in a bag, threw her in the landfill. So they're bringing people from here, from Atlanta. They're saying that they are experts in recovering bodies from the landfill. Now, I used to deliver to a landfill. If this was back in February, I doubt you're going to find anything. The way the landfills are processed is slightly different depending on what they're processing things for. But it's usually certain items only, and they're pretty much separated by what is considered recyclables, right, and other things. But they are processed in a way that they can be turned underground into mainly oils and stuff like that. So they go through different stages and patterns. Now, there's guys out there with excavators riding them, taking the trash as it's dumped from our trucks and sorting it. You find out kind of stuff, they find out kind of goodies. I can't necessarily say that they would have seen her body because they're moving. It's a lot going on. It's a lot of trash. And so it's not that they would have seen her body. So we can't really go off that. But what I can say is it will be heavily decomposed. And what you also have out there is a lot of prey from the sky. You have crows, you have owls, you have all kind of animals that come to the landfill to get their goodies on, right? So they would be out there picking on whatever is considered meat as well. Between that and the trucks and things like that, if there were bones left, they probably wouldn't be still together. I think it's kind of weird that they're going a full month later. A month is a long time for a landfill. But they're going a full month later to look for her body in a whole landfill. This is a long shot. A long shot. It kind of makes me a little suspicious as well. It makes me wonder, what if the police are lying? What if they don't know what happened to her, but they just want to charge the mom to get people off the story? Or what if they do know what did or could have happened to her and know that she also probably is alive? Because somebody can have this girl. People want children. That we know. That we know. And it's not just some people. It's a lot of people, right? Right. Without us being able to hear from the mom, we just don't have no idea what she has to say. We're only going to hear through her defense attorney, and that's not even going to be all of it. And that won't probably be until the trial. It would be crazy for him to try and leak a story or a defense or whatever at this time. So we're likely just never going to hear a lot of things from the mom. If she was able to do an interview, if we could have seen her pleading on the news, we could have something to go off of to kind of gauge what her demeanor is like. Is she stressing out over the baby? Why did it take so long because it's alleged that the baby was missing maybe weeks before the mom even reported the child. Again, we don't know that that's true. We know that people are saying that they haven't seen her in a while. So that is kind of like, you don't know how accurate that is either. Because people can think that they didn't see her, but maybe seen her. Or maybe they don't even know them like that. And they just like, I ain't seen her in a while. You ain't seen her in a while because they ain't been around you. Don't mean that she was gone. So there's a lot of things here. But it just feels kind of off to me. And I think that they're quickly charging this mom because maybe that's not what happened. But I do believe that the mom deserves what all people deserve: fairness, justice, and everything. Because something could be going on with her. She could have had something in her system, knowingly or unknowingly. Or she could have had some mental issues. Or it could have been other parties involved and they may have taken her child. She was scared. I don't know. But just because the police are saying, hey, she did this, doesn't mean she did it. I'm really hoping they go ahead and give the discovery to the lawyer, because you got your case, bro. You don't have a child, but you got your case. So what's going to come of them out there in the landfill? Are they going to come back and be like, we got something? If they do, it sounds like the defense attorney is pretty much on it. I haven't looked them up yet. But if they do, they're going to have to prove for real that that is that baby. And they still are going to have to come up with a whole lot more to say mom did this. Because why are you saying mom did this and we don't even have the child, know where she is? But they are assuming that she was tossed, I guess, in the trash, which ended up in the landfill. But we're going to listen to these couple of videos. Where's my remote? Because I think they said she took her to the landfill. I do believe that that's what they said. But we're going to see what specifically was it.
Additional charges for the mother of
Y'all hit the like button.
To capital murder and corpse abuse.
WDHN's Robert Smith is live in Enterprise Forest tonight with more. Robert, what do you have for us?
Yeah, hey, Joe, just after over 21 days of searching for Genesis and what could have been her third birthday today, the community is grieving as law enforcement authorities believe she may not be with us. Now, the mother of Genesis, Adrian Reid, has been charged with 1 count of murder and 1 count of abuse of a corpse. Now, this comes after Genesis was reported missing by her mother, Adrian Reid, February 16th, claiming she got out of her bed and walked out the front door of their Middlebrook apartment on Apache Drive. However, neighbors and police say the child wasn't seen in over 3 weeks prior to that date. Some even dated back to Christmas, and that's still the case. Now, over the last 21 days, law enforcement have been searching all over the county.
So, did you hear them say that some people are saying that the last time they saw Genesis and saw her with her mom was around Christmas? Now, they are saying that she killed her daughter on Christmas Day. How do they know that? How do they know that? And I got this face steamer, y'all. My last one pooped out on me, so I got another one, so I'm unboxing it right now. It's really big, too. It's really big. It's huge. I don't know if you can see. It is huge. But this is, I swear by these, okay? You gotta see clean, 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 clean. But how did they, I just need to know. Because I'll forget what these people are saying. That's not going to be credible enough to charge this woman. I'm going to say that now. You know, and when you go ahead and charge someone, they charge her with capital murder. And they want the death penalty. So this is not nothing to play around with. You know, it's bad enough that the child is missing. But they know that the public is mainly going to be like, oh, crazy lady, bad woman. She did this to her daughter. Says who? The police? The news? That's them. That's them. Where's your proof? She did this on Christmas Day, capital murder. You want her to die? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Find the kid.
As far as Illinois, and following a number of leads. Now, one of those pieces of evidence being camera footage of Adrian rolling a duffel bag to a dumpster on Christmas night. And then 2 days later, returning to that same dumpster, carrying Genesis toys and other belongings.
Okay, the dumpster.
Have yet to find her body, but they are determined
Okay,
to.
wow, okay, so this is the first time I heard this. So this must be, this is a day ago? Because when the attorney came on, he said that they have not turned over discovery yet. So this is new. So why are they releasing this to the public? This should be, they are releasing, they are putting this out here like they have an airtight case on this woman. This is so crazy with nobody. So they're saying that people said they saw the mom taking bags to the dumpster and they saw some of it was her toys and things. Okay, maybe they did. How, I mean, maybe they did. We don't know, but maybe they did. Maybe they didn't, or maybe she was doing that, but I just don't know. I just don't want to think this mom did this. But not only that, what is what is. But to quickly charge her capital murder and you want to put her to sleep when this little girl is missing? I don't know. I don't know. Let me rewind that a little bit, what they said the neighbor said.
Dated back to Christmas, and that's still the case. Now, over the last 21 days, law enforcement have been searching all over the county, multiple southern states as far as Illinois, and following a number of leads. Now, one of those pieces of evidence being camera footage of Adrian rolling a duffel bag to a dumpster on Christmas night.
Oh.
And then 2 days later, returning to that same dumpster, carrying Genesis toys
Camera
and
footage.
other belongings. Now, the law enforcement
That's
have
big.
yet to find her body, but they are determined to, as they are searching.
Hit the like, y'all. Hit the like.
In fact, adding to beef up search teams, as Sheriff Bird is calling in law enforcement personnel.
Today's especially heartbreaking day for our community.
Okay.
March 9th, with a big
So a duffel bag. She's little. She can fit in any size bag. If they would have seen a duffel bag at the landfill, zipped up, if they would have seen it while they're, processing the trash, 9 times out of 10, they will open it. And I can say this because, again, I used to deliver to the landfill with a 18-wheeler dump trailer. I did that for like 3 years. You'd be surprised the shit they find in there. Do you think of the things people accidentally throw away, much less, things that people actually do throw away? So they found a lot of stuff, okay? They rack up out there. If there was a duffel bag and it zipped up, it's kind of crazy to think that they wouldn't open it up because of the things that they actually find. They would be like, dang, I should have checked that bag. Who knows what could have been in it? It could have been money. It could have been, something somebody was trying to stash and come back and get, but it's valuable, like money. So it just seemed like they would have opened the bag up. A duffel bag that is full of something as big as a child's body and it's not dismembered on top of that would be bulky. It would not just, deflate with the trash. It would stand out and be bulky. Somebody would have seen it. The driver, between the driver and the people who work in the landfill. And this is from 3 years of doing this. 3 years of watching them fill my trailer up with trash, having to put the tarp on it, watching it all get dumped out, sitting there and watching how they move on the landfill. Somebody would have seen that duffel bag 9 times out of 10, and they would open it. So I'm not sure that she put that girl's body out there, but they seem to want to search for it. Now, again, if she put that body in a duffel bag and that duffel bag made it to the landfill, nobody opened it and checked it, because if they saw a body, they're going to have to call and say, hey, look, it's a body, especially a baby. They're not going to just keep working. They're going to be like, dang, somebody's baby. So they're going to call and report that. No one has done that. So you mean to tell me that these guys are going to go out there and they're going to find this duffel bag that someone else saw and didn't open?
Genesis' third birthday.
That's a long one.
The loss of a child, the most precious and innocent members of our society.
Hit the like, y'all. Hit the like.
Will not be ignored and will not be forgotten. The investigation is far from over. Our focus now turns to bringing Genesis home to the community that loved her.
charge. Adrian Reid is facing 3 felonies. She has a court appearance later this week. Now, if convicted, the
3?
jury will have 2 options: life
What? Abyss of a
without
corpse?
parole or the death penalty.
Tamper
The
with
district
evidence?
attorney's office is planning to seek the death
Well, that's
penalty
not a felony, I
as
don't
it
think.
stands today. Now, again, sad day today. This could have been Genesis' 3rd birthday. City officials want to thank law enforcement for the thousands of hours they put in on this case and what they will still continue
For a
to
black girl,
bring
too.
Genesis home. They also want to
That's
thank the
interesting.
community
That's
for
another
love,
thing that's standing
support,
out.
and help. And
They don't usually move around like this for black girls.
Thank you, Robert. Of course, we'll continue to follow that case, and like the press conference said, still work to be done, but obviously some new information there, and we'll continue to follow that.
Y'all hit the like, share the video, hit the like, share the video, hit the like, share the video, hit the like and share the video. Thank you. Hit the like and share the video. While we got a commercial, you got time to go out, hit the like, and come back. We're gonna watch a couple more videos on this. I may pull up some stuff on my TikTok, but I may do that later because right now I'm setting this thing up here. It starts steaming my face. I gotta go to work later, so taking advantage of this little time I got at home. I just got here, watered my trees. The leaves are coming in on the grapevines. The leaves are coming in on the mulberry tree. The leaves are coming in on the fig tree. They always have big, beautiful leaves. I got lots of flowers on my lime tree. This is the first year I've gotten so many flowers. So I'm sure I'm gonna get some limes now. The tree is, 4 years old now? Yeah, 3-4 years old. So I was expecting limes sooner, but you know, it's taking its time. The lemon tree, had to start over with it. And it got a little cold damage, so it's gonna be a while for that one. But I also grafted 2 other lime trees, and I grafted another mulberry tree. Although the mulberry tree that I have gave me mulberries last year, not a whole bunch. It's not as much sun for it as I had liked, but I did create a sister mulberry tree for it from the same one. And the type of mulberry tree I have, they don't need to have another one to produce fruit, but they will produce more fruit if there's another one nearby. So I'm starting another one, and it rooted well. I just stuck it in the soil. It's already got leaves on it, so it's already, literally, I did that a week ago, and it's already the stems are growing leaves on it. So that is almost a perfect root there.
Let's go ahead and start. First tonight, horrifying new details in the death of a missing Enterprise toddler. Jail records show her mother, Adrian Reid, is now charged with capital murder and abuse of a corpse.
Officials say the 2-year-old was reported missing from her home last month. In a press conference, police say it appears she was killed on Christmas Day. Our Claudia Nichols has your late reporting.
Claudia, investigators say they uncovered some
This is
critical
interesting.
evidence.
This is
News
interesting.
in Cameron, police say a neighbor's camera captured video they believe is the break in this case. This tragedy has shaken the Coffee County community as neighbors held on to hope for weeks for the little girl's safe return. And tonight, some of the new details in this investigation are extremely disturbing.
We have reached a heartbreaking and horrific conclusion that her mother.
So this has a towel warmer.
Should have been there to keep her safe, willfully murdered Genesis, and placed her in a duffel bag and discarded her in a dumpster.
Tonight, heartbreaking grief gripped the Wiregrass region. At a press conference this afternoon, Enterprise Police Chief Michael Moore delivered devastating news. He said Genesis Reid, the 2-year-old reported missing on February 16th, is now believed to have been murdered by her own mother, Adrian Reid, on Christmas Day.
Detectives obtained camera footage from a neighboring residence showing Adrian walking toward the apartment complex dumpster with a rolling duffel bag at approximately 11:30 p.m. on Christmas night.
Moore says video footage from 2
Put a
days
face towel
later
in there.
shows Adrian returning to that same dumpster, this time with toys
Oh, this
and
is
other
on
belongings believed to be Genesis's. Adrian is now charged with capital murder and corpse abuse. She's already faced charges for making false statements to officers
She looks so
when
familiar.
reporting her daughter missing from their home on February 16th, more than a month after the alleged murder. During the investigation, the community came together,
That's like
holding
almost
a
2 months.
candlelight vigil and hoping for Genesis' safe return. Authorities
So this
say
will make
her
3
body
months.
has not been found, but Coffee County Sheriff Scott Bird says they're planning a massive search of the landfill where investigators believe her remains may be. Bird
Yeah,
says
see, I just think the police are, there's no way you're going to sit up here and tell me that trash from 3 months ago hasn't already been turned over and put down for processing. You know how much trash goes into a landfill? They don't have enough landfills. So they stay moving constantly, getting it ready, getting it watered down and everything, and getting it covered. That is why I just have a hard time believing that someone saw a duffel bag with some stuff in it, zipped up, and didn't open it to see what's in it. But they will have to pull from underground. There's no way of determining, oh, this would be her dumpster dumped here. This is where trash from her area would come. The only narrowing down they could do with that trash is the county. Her county's trash goes, boom, to this landfill. To know that for sure, that during that month, because that could change too, but during that month, her trash from her area, her county, went to this landfill. That's about as good as it's going to get. And there's no way you're going to tell me that the trash is sitting out there. No, they got to go ahead and turn that over and process it and get it covered. Okay. So I don't know about this. They going to look for her body in the landfill 3 months later. They're going to look for a little black girl 3 months later in the landfill? Nah.
Agencies will assist using specialized equipment to search the area.
This search is going to be methodical, but we're not going to waver at any point looking for her.
Fighting back tears, Moore says after thousands of investigative hours, pursuing nearly 100 leads, and with more than 75 law enforcement officers directly involved, this is a devastating outcome to a case that's rocked the community.
Our community has prayed together, supported one another, and hoped for a different outcome. Today we grieve together.
Well, Coffee County District Attorney James Talbach says Reid will have an initial appearance before a judge on the new felony charges later this week. He says his office will seek the death penalty. Officials say Genesis would have turned 3 years old today. Our thoughts and prayers are with her loved ones tonight. Cameron, Louise.
I got some kimchi, y'all, to take with me on the trunk, and it's got a little seal on over it, but it's spilled out a little bit still in the bag where they delivered it. And listen, usually I make mine myself, but I done ran through all of it, so I gotta go get some more ingredients. But this stuff is so strong, I can smell it. I done wrapped it in a bag. I'm hoping that I won't smell it after that, because I have a refrigerator in the truck, so I can put it in there, but I'm just sitting here like, this smells getting on my nerves. Maybe I need to get rid of the bag it came in. But this water steamer is nice. So you take the cap off, and then right in here is where you put your towel. You put your like face cloth or whatever, and you put it in there. And then you turn it on to, it has warm towel, face steamer, and humidifier. And so you put the cap back on, and boom. And as y'all can see, I love the color of teal. So you put the cap back on, then you put your water tank back in there, and then it'll warm up your towel for you. That's great. And you can put a face towel over. So this is in advance from the last one I had. And shoot, it was a flash sale too. So it also came with these things. I don't use them, but the old one came with it too. But these are supposed to be like to get rid of blackheads and stuff. I ain't messing with it. No poking and digging at my face, you know. Just want to keep my pores clean. Because, you know, you be out there everywhere catching all kind of stuff. This story, I might have to pull my laptop out and look this stuff. Because there was a lady online screaming, hollering, and crying. She was doing too much, to be honest. But she was saying that people were trying to say she may have had something to do with it, blah, blah, blah. But she was saying she don't know the mama like that. She just knew, seeing them around, she was a neighbor. Her children played with the girl. I think she was going overboard, to be honest, because she said she has teenagers. And then she said her children played with the boy, played with Genesis every day. Those two don't add up. But she was saying, I just would see them. I would say hi. I would help the mom. I'm not going to judge her. I saw a mom who was struggling. I don't know about all that other stuff, but y'all spreading me around like I got something to do with it. I mean, she was doing all this heavy-ass crying. She went from 1 minute to crying and pleading to pretty much gangster. I don't play about mine. I don't play about me. I don't play about mine. And it went on for a good little while. And I'm just like, what in the world? What in the world? She said the cops had bum rushed her in her car with her children in it and pulled them out and everything because people were calling in saying this, that, and the third. You know, and I do believe her. She said she don't have nothing to do with it. She was just, you know, because who's not going to get involved? Your neighbor, the child, all that. But it's just really sad. It's a lot going on. All the way down to the dad. Like, I hope they investigate him too, because at the end of the day, if you ain't seen or heard from your child since December and you ain't called in, and it took for somebody else to... No, is this a story? I think this is a story where they said the dad got fed up and told mom, I'm going to CPS because you won't let me see her. You won't show me a video. You won't let her FaceTime me, none of that. And then the mom called. I believe that's what what happened here. Crazy.
New Kia for just $229 per month. Only $229 per month. And just arrived. The new 2027 Telluride is here. Be the first and take yours home today.
Some water.
New. And save your tax refund with no payments for 90 days and 0% financing available.
Y'all hit the like.
As confirmed contact with family members occurred on December 25th when Genesis visited relatives in Dothan for the Christmas holiday. That evening, she was returned to her residence in Enterprise with her mother. During the investigations, detectives obtained camera footage from a neighboring residence showing Adrian walking toward the apartment complex dumpster with a rolling duffel bag at approximately...
So they was recording her doing that?
Night. 2 days later, additional footage captured Adrian returning to the dumpster area carrying toys and other belongings to
Okay, it must be the footage that from security cameras.
Today's especially heartbreaking day for our community. March 9th would have been Genesis' 3rd birthday. The loss of a child, the most precious and innocent members of our society, is something that cannot be ignored and will not be forgotten. The investigation is far from over. Our focus now turns to bringing Genesis home to the community that loved her. The search and rescue process will be long and difficult, but our resolve remains unwavering. We will continue working until Genesis is brought home. At this time, I will turn it over to Sheriff Bird, who will provide an overview of the landfill recovery process.
Thank you, Chief Moore. It's a sad day in Coffee County. So, we have been involved in this case since February 16th. I've had multiple investigators with this office, with them working throughout this whole entire operation. And early on, I had a gut feeling this is where it went. So I had started initially calling and searching and filling, and we have contacts through the collection agents that are really good friends of mine, and we started tracking this. So I initially went and got cadaver dogs and went to the landfill early on in this investigation. And at the beginning, they gave me we had about a 4 or 5 acre window. This landfill is over 100 acres of working space. But that does not deter us in any form or fashion.
That's
so
interesting.
As the investigation continued,
I mean, I appreciate their determination, but it's kind of interesting.
And 100 feet square. Okay. Our landfill is probably one of the
We
most
pulling out
modern
stops for black girls
landfills
now,
in the
okay.
state of Alabama. They have drones that fly. We have GPS trackers on the bulldozers. We have GPS trackers on the packers. We have GPS trackers on the garbage trucks. We know where they are, when they are, and how they are at all times. So when the FBI and Enterprise Police Department and all the SBI gave us a date, we started dialing in. Investigators SBI worked round the clock. And it was just awesome. The FBI team, the card team, was tremendous in this. So this search is going to be methodical, but we're not going to waver at any point looking for her. Now,
We heard you the first
we have
time.
not put the first piece of equipment in the dirt. All we've done for the past, since February the 16th, right after that, we've been plotting and searching. It's a 100-acre landfill. I want to ask the public
100 acres is a lot.
to keep praying for us.
This is, I don't care what nobody say.
Your patience.
This is highly suspicious.
We are determined to find her.
Even saying that.
We're gonna give I'm gonna ask the surrounding agencies to send me personnel. We've got a team out of Atlanta coming that has found several 50-something in landfill. They're experts. They're gonna have to show us how to excavate this. We're dialing in. They're gonna be here this week, and we will get started. We've already been started. So I want to sit here and think that the FBI, Enterprise Police, y'all, they have done tremendous work. SBI, the marshals, our sheriffs and deputies, the investigators, Enterprise, the community has reached out and helped us in every form and fashion that we've known how, and that is tremendous. So, y'all keep us in your prayers. Thank you.
James Tarbox, District Attorney. I want to update you on the legal process. Adrian Reid, as Chief said, has been formally charged with 1 count of capital murder for intentionally causing the death of a child under the age of 14, pursuant to Code of Alabama 13A 540.
She didn't confess.
15. She has also been charged with 1 count of abuse of a corpse pursuant to Code Section 13A 1113. That is a Class C felony under the laws of the state of Alabama. She's now charged with a total of 3 felonies as a part of this investigation that began on February 16th. Capital murder under Alabama law is the intentional murder of someone with a legally recognized additional factor. In this case, subsection A15 is our additional factor, which is a victim under the age of 14. Genesis Reid was 2 years old. Abuse of a corpse is when a person knowingly treats
I like the
a
charges
human
if
corpse
she
in a way
did
that
it.
would outrage ordinary
I mean, this is
human
what you would
sensibilities.
ultimately hope for.
Reid will have an initial appearance before District Judge Josh Wilson on the new felony charges later this week. She will be entitled to counsel. Based on procedures
It's still sad
established in the
because,
Code of Alabama 1513-3,
you know,
she will be
do
held
we even
accountable.
ask the question,
She
what's
may
going
later
on with the mom?
request
Why
his
she do
argument
this?
that the court is not under the strict time provisions set out for what we commonly refer to as an Anna's Law hearing.
Anaya, okay.
Welcome to the AJZ. Immigration arrests in Georgia have nearly quadrupled this year.
We just found your next favorite date night spot.
Taxes was chasing updates. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing it all for you, so you can chase his feeling. Now this is Taxes. Intimate TurboTax.
I can't believe the sleep apnea pillow exists. So I almost
At this time, I will turn it over to Sheriff Bird, who will provide an overview of the landfill recovery process. Thank you, Chief Moore.
It's a sad day in Coffee County. So, we have been involved in this case since February 16th. I've had multiple investigators with this office, with them working and throughout this whole entire operation. And early on, I had a gut feeling this is where it went. So I had started initially calling and searching and filling, and we have contacts through the collection agents that are really good friends of mine, and we started tracking this. So I initially went and got cadaver dogs and went to the landfill early on in this investigation. And at the beginning, they gave me we had about a 4 or 5 acre window. This landfill is over 100 acres of working space. But that does not deter us in any form or fashion. So as the investigation continued, we can proudly say that we've narrowed it down between 200 and 100 feet square. Okay. Our landfill is probably one of the most modern landfills in the state of Alabama. They have drones that fly. We have GPS trackers on the bulldozers. We have GPS trackers on the packers. We have GPS trackers on the garbage trucks. We know where they are, when they are, and how they are at all times. So when the FBI and the Enterprise Police Department and all the SBI gave us a date, we started dialing in. Investigators SBI work round the clock.
Hit the like,
It
y'all.
was just awesome. The FBI team, the card team, was tremendous in this. This search is going to be methodical, but we're not going to waver at any point looking for her. Now, I will say we have not put the first piece of equipment in the dirt. All we've done for the past, since